Okay, we're back in County Tipperary here. We're at what used to be a station here at Gould's Cross. We're on the main Dublin to Cork line. And let's take a look at where this old station used to be. There's a road crossing. Well, there's the railway line going underneath, and there's the old station building. Seems to be a private residence now. Seems to be in reasonably good shape too. So there's a bit more information about this old station. There it is. There's the old approach. I'll give you a link in the description to AirTrain's website. This is a great little website. So this station was remained open for a monthly cattle train until September 1953. So the branch line to Cashel, which we're going to look at now, opened in 1901, closed in 1953. It's this line here. Yeah, this line here. So there's no stations on this line apart from Gould's Cross and Cashel. So let's follow the railway then. See how it looks. See what we can see from the satellite view. So it's split around about here. You can just about pick it up. A line of trees in the fields, and it leaves a bit of a ghost. I think here it is. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to trace in places. So there was an embankment on that side of the road, partly removed here. Look at that. And on this side of the road, it's all overgrown. So there must have been a substantial bridge crossing over the road here, but it's long gone now. And it really vanishes. I'm not entirely sure where it crossed this road. Very hard to tell. I've got to zoom out a little bit here. Could this be it? Yeah, I think this is it. So it crosses over this road about here. Yeah, there it is. So in the distance there, do you see the cutting? There's the cutting where the trains used to come through. They would have come through here, crossed over this road, and they would have gone down what is now this little path at the side of the road, this little track. There you go, that's where the trains used to go through where that gate is now. Right behind these houses. I think I see the piers of this old bridge. Is that the shore? Yeah. I see the piers of the bridge still in place here. It'll be interesting to get a close look at that and see how much is left of the piers. We've got a slight discoloration in the field. That must be where a cutting was filled in or an embankment removed, so one of the two. And we're following the hedges through the field. Some farmer has built an access lane on top of the old tracks. You can just about trace it through the fields. We have a crossover point here. Quite interesting here. This is so there's your old railway line. Trains would have passed through where that gate is now. See the walls into the fields. You know, if there wasn't a railway there wouldn't be much need to build any walls like this, but they seem to remain. Very cool. And this house here is a bit of a strange looking house. No offense to the people living there, but the architecture of this is a bit, well, unconventional. It looks like it must have been, I mean, I don't see any evidence of great separation here, no bridges or anything, so this must have been a level crossing. And when you see a strange looking house beside an old level crossing, it's usually because it was a crossing keeper's cottage. So I'm guessing that was a crossing keeper's cottage that's been remodeled and changed quite a bit over the years. And then into Cashel we go, and the station was in behind, I think we're looking at it. Yeah, I think that might be it actually. Can't get it. Yeah, that might be it. So if this is maybe the goods shed or something, part of the old station. I'm guessing this was railway related. And we can see it from the other side too, from about here. Just about we can see it. here. There it is. I think that's the old station building. So that's how the station looks now. This is how it looked back in the day. Didn't look like a terribly impressive station, to be honest. I get the impression this was more of a for the movement of goods rather than the movement of passengers. But look at the background, the backdrop there, the Rock of Cashel. And we'll check that out while we're here. It'd be remiss of us not to look at it. I mean, this used to see this from the road passing by at night time when it's all floodlit. What an amazing sight that is. The Rock of Cashel. And just there's some cool photos as well on the satellite view. Oops, that's not what I wanted to click on. Sometimes on the satellite view you get these little spots where people took a 360-degree photo. See right inside. 12th century architecture. Still going strong. Amazing. So I've only ever passed by it. I've never had the pleasure of going inside it. Would love to visit here someday. And it's as you can see from some of these photos, well, this photo was taken on a quiet day, but it usually gets a lot of visitors, and the town of Cashel is a big tourist destination for that reason. So population of Cashel, I think, is 4,500, I think, 5,000. It's a medium-sized town. And in another video I discussed the railway line from Clonmel to Thurles. So this is what the railway network used to look like around this parish. So you had a line that went directly from Clonmel to Thurles, and then you had a branch line that went into Cashel. So if we're going to get railways reopened in this part of the world again, my recommendation is connecting. By all means, let's connect Clonmel to Thurles. But instead of taking the direct route via Fethard, population 1,500, why not route through Cashel, population 5,000? That would be easier to justify economically. And if you connect Clonmel to Cashel, it may be possible to connect to the old branch line and get that reopened again. You'd still be taking a bit of a detour to get up to Thurles, but you might be competitive with driving times depending on traffic. So recycling this piece of line would shave the cost because a lot of the embankments and cuttings are already in place. If you're going to build a fresh line, it's going to cost a bit more, especially if it's in hilly country. So it's it's an interesting little thought experiment. And where would you put the station in Cashel too? If you're going to build a new line, would you use the old building again, or would it be possible to somehow get the line up through this undeveloped ground, up through here, reasonably close to the town centre? I don't know. It's fun to think about these things though. So that's the old Cashel branch line. Quite an interesting little piece of history there.